Hello and welcome to Game On. And the Euros are fast approaching, and England have announced their final squad going to Euros. Wow, I think this is probably the most ruthless announcement of the England squad that I have ever seen. So many big names, so many big name players. It seems like Gareth Southgate wants to go out with a bang. Because I tell you what, some of the guys that have been left out of the squad. I mean, Jack Grealish left out of the squad. I mean, it really shows you how. Um, I think this is how international football should be. I think you should have one couple of players who are always outstanding. They get into the squad. But I mean, listen, we're always having the likes of Henderson, Maguire just getting into the squad just because of their names. And I know that Maguire's situation has been taken out of his hands a little bit because he's been injured. But I like the squad. I do like the squad. I mean, listen, I know there's a lot of players that might not even get to see the pitch. I mean, Adam Wharton is a player that not sure whether he would get into the squad, but hey, listen, I think very very brave of Southgate. I don't know. I say very brave of him, but I don't know whether it's really bravery or he just had no choice. I like the fact that he's gone with all the forwards that he could take. I mean, we're talking about obviously Harry Kane always starts, that's not a debate, but to go with Watkins, to go with Tony as well, I didn't see that coming. And everybody predicted, a lot of these players would not make it. People were talking about the likes of Dunk, the likes of Konsa, Gay not making it, and all these players have made it. Crystal Palace, they've got four players going to the Euros. That's incredible. Um, and this is probably the most balanced England squad in a long time. And even in terms of the spread of the players across the different clubs, I don't think I can remember seeing this many players from teams that are not in the top four. So you've got to say that that's gonna account for something. Now, the fact that you have good players, does that mean that you're going to win the Euros? I don't think so. I think that there is an art about winning tournament competitions. This is why, the likes of Mourinho are just a master because, it doesn't matter what the team is. Once he sees the competition that he can go on winning, he most likely knows how to navigate that. And that might be, a dull, 1-0 victory there, parking the bus, to get through the quarterfinals, depending on penalties, just whatever it takes, to win the competition. And this is why, as much as I would love, for England, to come out winners, and of course, I want England to win. The reality is the likes of France, they know how to win tournaments, so you can't look past France, in this tournament in terms of winning it all. And hey, don't forget about Germany. They're going to be the home team. They're going to have a lot to say about this competition. And you know what that home crowd is, always like. It always seems to work, right? And there'll be a few decisions here and there because it makes sense for the home team to go far in competition. So, you've got to always think about that, as well. But hey, what do you guys think about the squad of players that have been announced? I particularly, like the fact that, you've got Ebere GSA, in the squad. You've got Jared Bowen. I really, really wanted him to get into the squad, and he's got into the squad as well. And you could see in that last game, he was working very hard. He was doing everything that he was supposed to do. And honestly, sometimes that's how you want it to be. You want teams to go into the international squad, deserving their place, not just walking in, into the team. And hey, listen, the squad is not perfect. England, always wants drama, with their squad. There are a lot of injured players that have made it into the squad. Luke Shaw, this is the thing. It seems like every competition we always take one player that is injured. And you're thinking to yourself, why take the player? Because that just takes space. You might as well just get someone who's fit and who you can actually get to play in a system that actually works. So listen, I don't know if Luke Shaw is going to play, but even if he does play, can he play throughout the whole competition? I don't know. He's been injured. He's not really played football. I don't think he's played much football this year at all. So even if he's fit, is he actually football fit? I think that's a very, very big risk, taking Luke Shaw. And hey, they've got lots of defenders there, who can come in and play. And hey, I mean, Pickford obviously is going to be the goalkeeper. There's no questions about that. I would have loved to see Ramsdale, play. Maybe he plays in the third game if they win the first two games, and there's nothing riding on it. Because the boy deserves a little bit of good fortune after the season that he had, at Arsenal. But hey, let me know what you think about it. This is Game On Reactions. To the England squad announcement. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you all for watching. And I'll see you as the Euros goes on.